Is it just me? I'm so high and hip and smoking on this weed. Told him go and take a shot on 3. Told him drinks is on me.
What's good, YouTube? My name is Mykelly, but my channel name is Mykelly. Mykelly is my nickname from when I was a little child. So on this channel, I will be talking about my process of joining the military and just different things. It won't always be about the military, but as of today, I'll be posting a video of how I prepared for the Asvab test and how I led up to taking my Asvab. So please stay tuned. Took the Asvab test. I was indecisive whether or not I wanted to be in the military of any branch or anything. I wasn't sure. I always had that urge to do it. Every time a recruit would come to our school, I always signed up trying to get information about it, but I just wasn't sure. So the first time I took my ASVAB test at school, I made a 17, sadly. I made a 17 on it. You cannot get in any branch under a 32, I think. 32 or 31, but you cannot get in any branch with a 17. I made a 17, so I finally decided that I wanted to be in the military around March. So I started speaking to recruiters. I've spoken to 3 recruiters so far, and I'm sticking with my third one. He's pretty good. So I made a 17 the first time. So I went to my recruiter, my first recruiter, and I sat down and I took the practice test. When you meet with the recruiter with any branch, they will make you sit down and take a practice test before you talk about anything else, because the practice test will let you see what you need to work on and how you would do on your ASVAB test, your real ASVAB. So the first time I took the practice test, I made a 23. That's not good. And so my recruiter told me to keep studying for it. And then some things happened, unfortunately, so I had to speak to a second recruiter. So he made me sit down and take a practice test. And the second time that I took it, I made a 23. No, I made a 49. I made a 49 on it. And then the third time that I took the practice test with my third recruiter, the one that I'm with now, I made a 43. A 43. So I went down a couple points. I was kind of like, why? But yeah, I made a 43 third time. So my recruiter set my ASVAB date for me to take my test 2 months after. 2 months after I've taken my practice test, and I've had plenty of times to study for it and just get it together. And during that time, I also had to wait for a social security card that took forever to get here. So I was taking care of things that I needed for me to take my ASVAB. So if I keep looking down, I am looking at my phone and looking at my notes that I've taken. So next, I'm going to be talking about what I used to study. Let me tell you, I used these things to study, but they did not help at all. Like, at all. When I tell you they didn't help me, they did not help me. So I used the ASVAB Prep Book 2018-2019. A little tip is the ASVAB test changes once a year. If you take it the first time, you have to wait 30 days to take it. The second time, you wait 30 days to take it. And then the third time, if you fail it, you will have to wait 6 months to take it again. But the test does change once a year. So if you can't pass that first time, make sure you study what was on that test and you do good, okay? So I did use the ASVAB Prep Book 2018-2019. I also used the ASVAB app. Let me tell y'all. So in this book, I study really English, paragraph comprehension, and also math. Arithmetic and math knowledge. Those are the 2 subjects for math that you'll be tested on the ASVAB test. So really, in this book, they had a lot of percent equations on there. They had a lot of fractions. They had a lot of proportion. and just a lot of geometry as well, and a lot of linear equations, solving for x, solve for y, plug in this number, plug in that number, solve for this, boom, quadratic equations, just things like that. So me, I was stressing out. I'm kind of a nerd. I love math. I always loved it. But when it comes to geometry and angles and converting things such as yards to inches or yards to whatever or inches to feet, I suck. I really do suck. I really just love equations, solving for x, find that answer, boom, over with. But I was studying really hard for this test. I was studying every single thing, everything that I did not understand. I'd use YouTube. I will look it up. I really do feel like that I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I really should have just studied things that was on the test, but I didn't know what would be on the test. So what will be on the test for math, which is arithmetic and math knowledge, will be basically just area of a circle, which is easy, area of a square, find the perimeter, but no angles, no converting, none of that. And then the math knowledge part, there were equations that I really do love. There were really equations on there, solving for this, solve for that, find that missing numbers, find x. I just really did love that part. I was like, oh yeah, your girl about to do good on this part. So I did that. And yeah, I really feel like I did good on that part. So math, English, which is vocabulary and paragraph comprehension, is really what will help you score high on the test. You will score high on your test by really focusing on those subjects. The other subjects with science, mechanics, workshop, those type of subjects really just help determine what jobs you will qualify for, and if any branch that you are trying to serve need help in mechanics or looking for people for mechanics, things like that, and you're able to fill in those spots, you might want to do good on that if you're interested. But I really just took my time and did good on the math and English. And I am trying to serve in the Air Force. In the Air Force, you have to score 36. I made it 50, and I really just did good. I am proud of myself because let me tell y'all, I was so stressed out. It was terrible. It was terrible for me. I was stressed out because you have to do so much just to take an Asvab test. So when you get to the building, which is in Dallas, that I took my test, I live in Texas, so I had to go to the Dallas building to take my test. And the Mets building that they had, you take your test, you do your physical there, all of that. But yeah, I didn't do the physical and all that stuff because I have to actually take my ASVAB test first to see what I score if I can even get into the military or into the Air Force. So before we took our test, we had to do fingerprinting. They had to see your social security card, your state ID. You have to take this picture. You have to turn in this form that your recruiter will give you to have permission to take the test. And you sit there for about a good 2 hours. I was at the building for a good 4.5 hours. And it did not take me that long to take my test. It took me about an hour and a half to take my test, really. Like literally. Each section is timed, so make sure you use your time wisely. I would recommend that you do not leave anything blank. No questions blank. Even if you do not understand, girl, you better click C to see your way out. But I clicked B. I've always put B for every answer I didn't know. So I did not leave anything blank. I think that is another reason why I did pass. Do not leave anything blank. No matter what, if you run out of time, if you do not know it, you better guess. Guess that thing, okay? But yeah, that is what I used, and what I wish I would have studied for. You should have just studied your freshman material from your freshman year of high school. Just study that. Just study worksheets from that year. I've always kept books that I've had from previous years. These are algebra equations in here from my freshman year as well. So That's really what I should have studied, but I didn't because I didn't know. But all I can say is that I'm very excited that I passed my test and that I can further go along in my process of trying to join the Air Force. So next I will be meeting with my recruiter to see what jobs I qualify for. I am trying or deciding to go open general, which means you will just ship out faster. And yeah, but if I see a job that I really want and I qualify for, I might just wait out these few months to see for that job to open. But stay tuned, and I will be posting more videos and different topics. And stay tuned. Please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell so you'll know when I post another video. Thank you. See you guys later, loves. Thank you.